Here to talk more about the implications of the treatment, our American Fertility Counselor, Phyllis Martin, who counsels the couples at the American clinic who are hosting the lottery, and leading British fertility expert, Dr. Geeta Nagun. So good to speak to both of you this morning. If I can come to you, first of all, Phyllis, as you're sort of the representative, if you like, of the clinic this morning. I think many people are uncomfortable with the idea of a lottery for an egg and this treatment because it feels as though you're gambling with people's desperation to have a child.
It sounds like there's been an awful lot of confusion about this concept of a raffle of a human egg. It is not a raffle of a human egg. It is taking the burden of the financial cost of doing donor egg and infertility treatment in general off the couple that is looking very much so to have a child. I went through this. I'm a mother of 3 children conceived by donor egg, and if someone could have helped me financially leave that burden at home so that I could focus on everything else that one has to focus on, grieving your own genetics, dealing with the process in general, the medical process and so on, even making the decision, absolutely I would have taken the opportunity.
No doubt, for the person who wins the treatment and the egg and the opportunity, a good thing, but for the rest, a bad thing and a crushing disappointment.
I think that the most important thing that we're doing today is trying to inform people of all the decisions they have, all the choices that they have that are out there, that they deserve the right to be able to know that there are places to go where there's not a very long wait, where they actually get some control in who they would pick for their donor, as opposed to having it done for them.
Yeah.
And that you really need to look at all your choices, all your avenues, before you make a decision in any path for infertility.
Dr. Geeta, I think, I'm guessing that you're going to be slightly uncomfortable with this idea because I've heard you speak about these sort of things in the past. But there's no doubt, though, is there, that it's very difficult for couples in the UK to have this treatment. I think it's one go on the NHS if you're under 40, no chance if you're over 40. So some would argue that at least this is raising awareness that there are options.
Yes, Kate, first of all, the word lottery and raffle make human eggs a commodity. So in a supermarket or in a shop. And fortunately, we work under very strict regulation, and our law prohibits payment for human tissue and gametes. And also, those who get disappointed today, I would like to see that they get some emotional support and counselling.
Can I just say, though, that those people that are disappointed today, the clinic might argue, would be disappointed anyway, because there's no option in Britain for them.
No, well, it's not that there is no option in Britain. It is true that women over 40 generally do not get IVF treatment on the NHS, so we need to do something about it, because they actually need to be offered some treatment. That is the first step. We need to work towards making it more accessible to everybody. That's the first step. Secondly, this is like they're building their hopes and going to an event, and if they get disappointed, it's a sudden disappointment about having a baby. And I think what we need to do is to try and maybe, because since we lost the anonymity about the donation for sperm donors and egg donors, we have shortage of donors.
Yeah.
It may be that we need to visit it
and look at
to look at it, because then we can, because when people go out and they bypass British laws and regulations, later on, I mean, we can't let it happen continuously.
I see.
Okay?
So you're talking now about people being paid to donate eggs. I know, and not over here, but they are in America, aren't they? I must just put one more question back to Phyllis. Sorry, Dr. Geeta, we're short of time. I mean, what she's saying there is interesting, isn't it? Because she's saying that people over here don't get the chance, but we need to look at that. Whereas in America, it's essentially about money. If you can afford to have the baby, you can get it. There's no other way, is there?
It's about choices, actually.
Well,
it's
only
about
if you've got
choices.
the money, otherwise you don't have the choice.
Well, it depends on many things. It depends on what state you live in. Certain insurance companies do offer reimbursement for infertility treatment, and some do not. So it does come down to many factors, but unfortunately, financially, even here, it is something that weighs on a person's decision. And you're right, exactly. It's not a commodity. It's a very big process, and the donors donating go through an awful lot in order to give this gift.
We're going to have to leave it there. I'm so sorry. It's a huge subject. We could talk about it all day, but thank you for giving us your insight this morning. Thanks very much indeed.